Hi, this is Flint Ceci, and I will be reading from Dellaguzzo's Always There by Leaving, which is a new release from Beautiful Dreamer Press. And this is the reading I would have presented in the 11:30 a.m. Saturday version of Writers Read at Saints and Sinners on Saturday 28th, had we gone ahead with the festival. Lou was unable to attend the festival, so I agreed to do this reading in his stead. And since my name is Lou too, we thought it would work. So this is from Always There by Leaving by Lou Dellaguzzo. And the setup is that Hal and Paul have just spent the night at Paul's house, an apartment in New Jersey in the 1960s. And Paul is very nervous because his mother doesn't know that Hal spent the night. And since my name is... just as they're about to leave after having had breakfast, there's a knock at the door. Their breakfast is nearly finished when the boys hear a loud knock. It has a teasing musical rhythm. Hal looks at Paul like, "What gives?" Paul runs to the front door before the racket can awaken his mother. Hi, Dad. Paulie! Max tussles his son's flaxen mop. In the dark hallway, his square face, veiled in a cloud of mentholated smoke, has a spectral quality. "Nice knock you got there," Paul tells him. "Your mother didn't want me coming around unannounced anymore, even though I pay the bills." Max walks to the sliding double doors of her bedroom just off the parlor. He's poised to knock, then seems to think better of it. "Let me make a wild guess. Sleeping Beauty ain't up yet, right?" Paul offers a circular nod that could mean yes or no. He's thinking more about Hal, not sure what to say about him. Max offers a conspiratorial smile. Paul hates when his father pretends to like him, like they're buddies. He knows his old man's been angling to get some back home time again, but is getting nowhere. "Oh, looks like someone's having breakfast." Max rubs a few toast crumbs off his son's cheek. "I think I'll join you. After all, it's Papa's money." In the kitchen, he sees two place settings and used bowls and mugs. Water flows in the bathroom. "Didn't you say she was sleeping?" He doesn't wait for an answer, raps hard on the bathroom door. "Nice to see your eyes and shine for a change, darling. Thought I'd come over for a little breakfast with the family. Tell you what happened in the street last night." The bathroom faucets whine and complain as they're shut. "I've been meaning to fix those," he says. "Then why don't you?" Lenora leans against the kitchen doorway behind him. Her voice sounds hoarse. Her blue robe covers her thin body like a terry cloth veil. "Who's in the bathroom, Leo?" Max asks. "Paul's friend, I guess." "Paul's? Didn't know you had any friends. And here I am thinking you was in there." "Big deal. So you're wrong again." Lenora glides past him, makes a beeline for the electric percolator to get a fresh pot going. Paul's about to explain when the bathroom door opens with a sharp swing. Hal walks out barefoot. "Morning, all." He sounds casual, like he didn't hear the family conversation, although he must have. "This is Hal," Paul tells his grimacing father. "Hal Darvis, he's my friend. He stayed over last night for the first time." He's sure his words sound heavy with guilt, like a full confession about what they did under the covers and in the dark while Lenora watched TV in the parlor and chain smoked. Maybe he should have said "a friend" instead of "my friend." Of all the mornings for his father to show up. His father cocks his head, takes a long, critical look that adults can get away with when they're giving a kid the once-over. "So, you're Hal Darvis. You got a brother named Richie, ain't that right?" "Last time I checked." Hal's stance grows wider. He crosses his arms. "I know the old couple your brother beat up and robbed," Max says. "They're good people, wonderful people. Their sons are my friends. We grew up together. We played in each other's homes." He takes a step closer. "Now those old folks are scared all the time, afraid to go out. They won't open the door to no one but family." Hal looks down at his feet and then at Paul, who wishes he could pipe in, say his friend had no idea Richie was going to rob someone. But he couldn't manage such a big lie, not without Max seeing right through it. You boys want breakfast? His mother talks as if there's no tension in the air, like she walked into a room full of laughter. Why don't I fix us some bacon and eggs and toast? I should go, Hal says. Got stuff to do. Stick around, Max tells him. Grown boys like you and Paulie need more to eat than cereal. I got something to tell everybody about the neighborhood, something that'll interest you in particular. I'll get the table going. Paul removes the dirty dishes and utensils and piles them in the sink. He takes care not to drop anything or do anything clumsy in front of Max. Lenore turns from the stove for a quick inspection. Don't forget the juice glasses. He slowly works his way around the table. He wishes he could switch chairs with his friends, give the boy more distance from his father. Max has the same look of disdain for Hal that he directs at Paul whenever he thinks his son can't see, only now he doesn't bother hiding it, except for a jagged smile, the opposite of friendly. Hal's in the same class with me, Paul says, while he gets orange juice from the fridge. We sit next to each other. That's how we became friends. You a good student? Max says. Do your homework regular? I get my share of C's and B's. Paul envies how his buddy can throw enormous bull with a straight face. His old man makes a show of being impressed. Hear that, Paulie? The kid makes C's and B's, not C's and D's like someone we know. I'm going to do better this year. You'll see when I get my next car. Your mom and me don't want you staying behind. I won't, Paul says. He folds into his chair next to Hal. That bacon sure smells great, he says to change the subject. He can't remember when he last saw his mother move around the kitchen so fast. She seems to be enjoying herself. And what about you, Max? She says over the hissing bacon. Are you going to get better grades too? Me? I thought we were talking about Paulie's schoolwork. He turns to his son. And am I missing something here? Or is your mother in one of her dreamy moods? It's the end of the month, and I'm still waiting. You promised you'd do a lot better. So far, you are getting an F. Oh, that, Max says. Don't worry, Leo. I got it. Forgot to bring it is all. On account of what happened last night. That's why I came over. I can't imagine what kept you from stuffing some bills in your wallet. What happened last night, Paul says. Did it have anything to do with firecrackers? He wants to change the subject again, and fast. Doesn't want his parents to get into another big money blow-up. Hal might get caught in the crossfire. His old man gives him a funny look. There was a big shootout on Broadway at the train station. About half a dozen cop cars surrounded the place. Peanuts told me all about it. He said there was a big hail of bullets and then nothing. A long stalemate. The cops went back and forth with one of the hoods. They were setting up a surrender deal. Anybody get killed? One died in the ambulance. The other one will get locked up for a long, long time. Max looked directly at Hal. Death or prison. So much for a life of crime. None of this surprises me, Lenora says. We live on a lousy street in a lousy city that's becoming worse every day. What'd you expect? There's nothing wrong with this street, Max tells her, or the neighborhood. Just some rotten eggs who come in and stink up the place. Ain't that right, boys? Again, he looks only at Hal. Well, these eggs ain't rotten. Lenora swivels around and shows them. Hope you like 'em scrambled, Hal. It's too late otherwise. He looks up and nods, his full lips pressed tight, his olive skin glazed pink. She smiles and gives him a wink. It's a simple gesture, but one that means so much to Paul. He wants to thank her, tell her how grateful he is if he knew how. He's not sure why his mother's being so nice. Maybe she really likes Hal, though he suspects she only wants to needle his old man. By the way, Max says, how's your mother doing? I heard from a couple of guys down at the club that your father's on another long haul. Must be hard on your mom, being left alone so much, especially at night. I hear she gets real lonely. Paul watches Hal drop his hands under the table as if he doesn't trust what he might do with them. His eyes grow darker, rounder. My mom ain't alone. She's got me. I can take care of her good enough. Right. She's got you. Max peers at the boy over his glass of chilled juice. So, what about your mom? Hal asks. How's she doing? Paul's told me a lot about her. What a good cook she is. How she lives in that apartment building by herself. He says it real friendly, like he wants to be polite. But Paul can tell the words aren't meant that way.